Hi, I'm Meg from Tokyo. I'm a local tour guide based in Tokyo, meeting and interacting with many travelers every day. I was born and raised here in Japan. Recently, topics like over-tourism and are tourists ruining Japan have been trending on social media and in the news. In this video, I will share the real situation around tourist manners from my perspective as someone living in Japan. Out in the field, I sometimes hear surprising stories of bad manners. At the same time, there are many moments when visitors actually follow rules that even some Japanese people don't and show kindness and courtesy that locals themselves may have forgotten. This video is not about blaming anyone, it's about looking at what's happening now so that everyone can enjoy traveling in Japan even more comfortably. We also offer private tours in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, so feel free to contact us through the link below. Alright, then let's go! Number 1. Shinkansen Background. From July 2025, the rules for luggage space on the Shinkansen have changed. A non-reservable luggage space is now available, but it's on a first-come, first-served basis. If you have oversized baggage with a total dimension of more than 160 cm, you must reserve a space in advance. Recently, there have been problems where tourists who don't know this rule place their bags in spaces that other passengers have already reserved. Tips: if you are traveling with oversized baggage, I strongly recommend reserving in advance. When booking your seat, select the oversized baggage area option to secure a space for free. You can bring your luggage without reservation by paying 1,000 yen, but sometimes there are no station staff around and you may not be able to get the space. Honest local opinion. This actually happened to me once someone placed their bag in the space I had reserved. It didn't feel great, but I understand that the rules can be confusing. Still, honestly, I wish they had watched my video beforehand, and I also realized that I need to do a better job of explaining it more clearly. Number 2. Train and bus use. Background. In Japan, especially in major cities but also in rural areas, trains and buses are heavily used for commuting to work and school. While taking a taxi might mean fewer problems during your journey, taxi fares can be quite expensive and sometimes it's hard to get one. That's why, in most cases, public transportation is the most convenient way to get around. To use public transportation comfortably, there are some manners you should know. Here, I will share 4 common issues on trains and buses in Japan and how to handle them. Tips: 1. Don't take up extra seats. During busy times, one person should take only one seat. If someone is standing, hold your bag instead of placing it on the seat next to you, and be considerate even when it's not very crowded. 2. Limit phone use. Talking on the phone inside trains and buses is generally not allowed. If you absolutely must take a call in an emergency, speak in a quiet voice. Be mindful of your tone so you don't disturb other passengers. 3. Keep your voice down. Avoid loud conversations in public spaces. In Japan, many commuters such as office workers and students are tired during their journeys. Normal conversation at a moderate volume is fine, but a relatively quiet atmosphere is expected. Be considerate and help maintain a calm environment. 4. Give up priority seats. Priority seats are not meant for general passengers. They are reserved for people who are injured, elderly, pregnant, or carrying infants. People with a red badge usually need assistance, and those with a pink badge are pregnant. Please be proactive in offering your seat to them. Honest local opinion. There are many unspoken rules and manners on Japanese trains. I've grown up here, so I'm used to them, but for visitors, some rules might seem strict or confusing. Especially when it comes to priority seats, I don't think language really matters. You can still show kindness through your actions. As a pregnant woman myself, I can say that even a simple gesture like, "Would you like to sit?" whether it's in a priority seat or a regular one, really makes me feel happy and cared for. Number 3. Street drinking. Background. In Japan, there's a long-standing custom of enjoying drinks outdoors, such as during cherry blossom viewing, at festivals or after events, often in parks or even on the street. However, in recent years, especially in Shibuya, large-scale street drinking has become a problem, with crowds blocking the entrances of convenience stores. And it's not just tourists, there may actually be more locals involved. In response, Shibuya City introduced a year-round ordinance in 2024 banning nighttime drinking on the streets. But since there's no fine and the focus is on awareness campaigns, unfortunately, street drinking has not completely disappeared. Tips. For most of you watching this video, you probably have no plans to go strict drinking in Shibuya. Still, if you plan to drink outdoors in a park or public space, make sure to check the official rules for that location in advance. This is not just for tourists, it's about protecting the safety and comfort of everyone living in Japan. For example, Shinjuku Gyoen bans alcohol entirely at all times, while Miyashita Park in Shibuya prohibits alcohol after 6 p.m. Rules vary depending on the location. Honest local opinion. In my neighborhood, I don't really see much strict drinking, but if I lived in an area where it happened a lot, honestly, I would be very worried about safety and would probably feel quite uncomfortable. Personally, what bothers me even more is strict smoking. In my area, I often see people smoking outside designated smoking areas. Since I'm currently pregnant, I can't help but worry about the effects on my baby. That's why more than anything, I truly hope this kind of behavior disappears. Number 4. Restaurant. Background. In Japan, there are also some unspoken rules when it comes to eating. For first-time visitors, not knowing the culture or customs can sometimes surprise the people around them or even restaurant staff. Here are a few common mistakes travelers tend to make when dining in Japan. Tips. 1. Avoid improper chopsticks use. Don't pass food from chopsticks to chopsticks. Don't point your chopstick at people or dishes. And never stick them upright into your food. These actions can be associated with death in Japan and leave a very bad impression. So please be extra careful when using chopsticks. 2. Order only what you can finish. All you can eat or all you can drink restaurants, you can order as much as you want within a set time for a fixed price. It's popular with tourists, but in these places, leaving food behind is especially frowned upon. In most cases, you cannot take leftovers home, so only order what you can eat. Some places will even charge you for any leftovers. Of course, you don't need to force yourself to eat until you feel sick, but if you cannot finish your food, it's polite to say something before leaving it. In Japanese, you can say, 残してすみません, which means sorry for leaving food. Honest local opinion. At buffets, I rarely leave any food, but in regular restaurants, I sometimes cannot finish everything. In those cases, I ask, can I take this home? But in Japan, most of the times they say, no, so I just say, 残してすみません. In my experience, people who have lived in Japan their whole lives tend to dislike wasting food even more. You don't need to force yourself to eat everything, but being mindful of this can make your dining experience in Japan much more enjoyable. Number 5. Let people off first. Background. In Japan, there is an unspoken rule on trains and elevators. Let people off first. The idea is to make space for those who get off so that boarding and exiting can happen smoothly. Tips. It's very simple. Just follow the rules of letting people off first. When the door opens, give priority to those who are getting off. And if the train or elevators is crowded and you're standing near the door, it's considered good manners to step outside briefly to make a clear path for them. Honest local opinion. It's such a logical and safe way to do things, isn't it? Even if you're just visiting Japan, knowing this rule will help you avoid congestion, prevent bumping into people, and make your experience more comfortable. How about in your country? Do you have a similar rule? Number 6. Escalator. Background. In Japan, there is an unspoken rule on escalators. Stand on one side and leave the other side open for people who want to walk. However, this rule isn't the same everywhere in the country. Tips. Follow the local rules in the area you are in. Around Tokyo, people stand on the left and leave the right side open for walkers. In contrast, in Osaka and Kyoto, people stand on the right and leave the left side open. If you're not sure, just watch what others are doing and follow their lead. Honest local opinion. This standing rule can be a little confusing for visitors. In fact, there are quite a few accidents on escalators, and in recent years, more places have been encouraging people to stand still both sides for safety. That said, in busy cities like Tokyo and Osaka, many people still ignore these announcements and walk anyway. Personally, I think it's safer to just stand unless you're really in a hurry. Number 7. Littering. Background. Compared to many other countries, Japan has very few public trash cans in city areas. One reason for this is that after 1995 Tokyo subway siren attack, many trash cans in stations and on streets were removed for security and safety reasons. On top of that, Japan has very strict rules for separating waste, so you will rarely find trash cans where you can just throw away anything. Tips 1. Follow the waste separation rules. A lot of people make mistakes with PET bottles recycling bins. Small trash cans with a round opening are usually for PET bottles only. They are meant for recycling, not for throwing away burnable trash or coffee cups from cafes. 2. Carry a small bag for your trash. While traveling, it's useful to carry your own trash bag. That way, even if you cannot find a trash can, you can take your garbage with you and dispose of it properly later. Honest local opinion. Honestly, it makes me feel sad when I see completely unrelated trash thrown into PET bottles recycling bins. Even as a visitor, simply carrying a small bag and taking care of your own trash can help protect Japan's cleanliness and keep the streets beautiful. Number 8. Toilet. Background. Japanese toilets are known worldwide for being clean and well equipped. And in many places, you can finish toilet paper directly into the toilet. This is because the paper is designed to dissolve easily in water. In contrast, in many countries, the custom is to throw used toilet paper into a trash bin. But in Japan, this habit is considered unpleasant. Many people find it unhygienic and visually unappealing. Tips. In Japan, the basic rule is to flush used toilet paper into the toilet. However, items that do not dissolve in water, such as wet wipes or sanitary products, must be thrown into the provided trash bin. Honest local opinion. Honestly, when I see used paper thrown into the trash in a Japanese toilet, it feels dirty. I've shared a simple guide on how to use Japanese toilets in my previous video, so please check it out. Number 9. Photography. Background. In Japan, there have been cases where photography in tourist spots has disrupted the daily lives of local residents. In Kyoto, more and more people have been chasing after and photographing Maiko without permission, causing narrow streets to become overcrowded and disrupting the community. As a result, some alleys have been closed off and violators can now be fined 10,000 yen. In Yamanashi Prefecture, a certain spot became popular for its view of Mount Fuji appearing above a convenience store roof. However, problems arose when photographers blocked the road and left litter behind. After repeated complaints from residents, a screen was installed to block the view in order to protect the scenery. Tips. Do not chase after or photograph Maiko without permission. At popular photo spots, avoid stepping into the road and always make way for pedestrians and vehicles. Honest local opinion. I completely understand the desire to take photos of Maiko, but many of them are minors and having multiple cameras pointed at them by strangers would naturally be frightening. At Mount Fuji's popular photo spot as well, poor photography manners and littering led to strong complaints from locals. To preserve beautiful scenery and culture, photographers, locals, and visitors alike must be considerate and respectful. Number 10. Onsen. Hot springs. Japanese onsen have their own unique etiquette such as how to wash your body before bathing and how to use towels. I won't go into detail here, but I've explained it thoroughly in another video, so be sure to check it out before you visit. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you at the next video.